The boy's story is not so closely linked to social media, but it's basically this, that to grow up, for a boy to turn into a man, he has to engage in challenges. He has to be pushed. He has to toughen. He has to become a competent, capable person in the real world. And what happened when we all moved our lives onto screens is that the boys found that the things that they were motivated to do, they could now do very, very easily. So at puberty, the sexual drive kicks in a lot stronger, and it's a little sharper in boys. And so boys always wanted sexual satisfaction. And so you had to do really, really hard things, like learn how to talk to a girl. I mean, that was scary, but you had to do it. But now the pornography is so good and so accessible, you don't even have to lie about your age. You just type in the address and you're on. So boys can get sexual satisfaction without any effort or shame or embarrassment. They even watch it in class sometimes without shame or embarrassment. So when we make things easy, then boys don't learn the skills they need to learn in life. And the same thing is happening with video games. The technology makes our lives easier as adults. That's great. It saves us time and effort. We don't want to save that time and effort for our kids. We want them to do the hard work.
Wow. So what does that mean when it comes to like asking a girl to the prom or being socialized enough to be able to actually know how to go on a date if you've been experiencing it virtually?
It means there's going to be a lot less of it. The percentage of young people who get married or have children has been dropping for a long time. And this is happening in other countries too. The birth rate's going down all around the developed world. But if you plot it out, it's sort of dropping slowly, 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 and then it's speeding up now. And now that everything is going through the apps, it's scary. It's especially scary to approach someone in the real world. But on the app, it's so easy. You just type things, you swipe. So this is messing up the nature of courtship that we evolved to do. I talk about this a lot with my graduate students, my MBA students. Courtship is this process by which you gradually show interest, you show off in certain ways, and this is how you fall in love, is through courtship. But if you can just get sex right away, easily, without much effort, it kind of cuts all of that off.
Wow. Yes.
The word anxious to me gets to the heart of this, right? The way I think about anxiety is it's the experience of wanting to run away from an uncomfortable sensation in your body. And so if you think about all of the range of emotions kids would have to learn to deal with to accomplish everything they want to in the world, like asking someone out or bouncing back from bad feedback at a job, their body has to develop circuitry to tolerate, not run away from being nervous, feeling embarrassed, feeling frustrated, feeling disappointed. And we learn how to respond to those feelings by how often we felt them and how they were responded to.
Correct.
In our early years.
Yes.
And so if you think about a generation that instead of going out into the world and as parents, us tolerating their stress, our job is not to make our kids happy. That sets them up for an adulthood of anxiety because they've narrowed the range of emotions in childhood they learn how to cope with.